Hello everybody, it's Zachariah. I am back. Before I start the video and say who I'm honoring tonight, I just want to say thank you for all the support, and all the support and all the nice comments you've said in the below. And my dad read all the comments to me, and I was really touched by what you guys have been saying to me. But thank you for that. And the person who I'm honoring tonight is Police Officer Dale James Woods. He worked for the Colerain Police Department, and he was struck by a vehicle on January 4th and died from his injuries on January 7th. He was 46 years old at the time, and he was a police officer for 15 years and survived by his 3 children. And today I'm going to be honoring him with the flag once again. Same old, and I'll do a quick prayer like always, and I will be on my way. And if you guys have not seen my other videos, 4.5 laps around this circle that I live on is a mile, and that's how much I'll be doing. Alright, so 4.5 laps around this loop with the flag, and yep, let's go.
So good evening everybody who's watching. If you're just now tuning in, Zachariah tonight is honoring fallen police officer Dale James Woods of the Colerain Township Police Department. I know Zachariah said it was Colerain, but it's Colerain Township Police Department. Unfortunately, on January the 4th, he was struck by a vehicle, and he succumbed to his wounds 3 days later on January the 7th. He worked for the police department for 15 years, was 46 years old, and he was survived by his 3 children. So tonight Zachariah is running to honor him. Again, what he does is he runs on the circle that we live on. He runs 4.5 laps, which is the equivalent to a mile, and he's going to be doing this for all of the officers that we lose in 2019. So Zachariah just completed his first of 4.5 laps. Again, those of you that are tuning in tonight, he is running to honor Police Officer Dale James Woods. He was the 2nd police officer that we lost in the line of duty this year. He was struck by a vehicle on January the 4th, and unfortunately 3 days after he succumbed to his wounds, and we lost him on January the 7th. He was 46 years old, and he was an officer for 15 years. He worked with the Colerain Township Police Department, and he was survived by 3 children. And tonight, Zachariah is running to honor him with his 1 mile run with the blue stripe flag that was given to him. And as Zachariah mentioned, to everybody who's been supporting Zachariah in his efforts to honor our heroes, thank you for the support. Sad to say he's got a lot of miles to run this year, but he is proud to do it in their honor. So Zechariah just completed his second lap of 4.5. The flag that he carries with him currently, it's the blue stripe flag. It was actually given to him when he went to New York last year to run in the Tunnel to Towers 5K. It was given to him by members of the Brothers for Others group, which supports law enforcement, as well as the Port Authority Police Department of New York. It actually is a flag that honors fallen Officer Chesna, or Sergeant Chesna, who we lost last year, and he will be one of the officers that Zechariah runs to honor later this year in his various 5Ks and half marathons that he'll be competing in. But the flag actually has Officer Chesna's name on it. But Zechariah ran in honor of Chesna with over 160 of the finest of the Port Authority Police Department and the Weymouth Police Department, in which Officer Chesna worked for. And after the run was over, they told Zechariah to keep the flag and use it to carry on the memory of fallen Sergeant Chesna and all of our fallen first responders. And today the flag is carrying on the memory of fallen police officer Dale James Woods, who again we lost on January the 7th of this year. So for those of you that are just now tuning in, again, just to fill everybody in, Zechariah is currently running 1 mile carrying a blue stripe flag. Tonight the flag honors fallen police officer Dale James Woods from the Colerain Township Police Department, who we lost on January the 7th. He was struck by a vehicle on January the 4th, and he succumbed to his wounds 3 days later. He was 46 years old. He was an officer for 15 years, and he survived by his 3 children. Zechariah is currently working his 4th of 4.5 laps, which will equal 1 mile for fallen Officer Woods. This will be the 4th of 7 officers that we've lost so far in 2019 that Zechariah plans to honor. We're hoping it stays at only 7. So for all of our men and women in blue who are watching or who follow Zechariah, please stay safe. Know that you're in our prayers, and know that even though the nation doesn't always show its support, you're very much appreciated by many. So Zechariah's working on his final half a lap. Once he's done, usually he likes to close out with a final statement, which we'll get from here in just a second. Thank you, Agnes. Hey, Alan. For everyone watching, Alan's actually Zechariah's grandmother, and Sherry's actually Zechariah's aunt. So one thing that Zechariah is blessed with is a very supportive support system and family, and we're just blessed, and we can't thank you guys enough for supporting our son as well as he honors our fallen. Again, he's completing his run for fallen police officer Dale James Woods from the Colerain Township Police Department, who we lost on January the 4th. He was struck by a vehicle we lost on January 7th. He was struck by a vehicle on January the 4th, and he succumbed to his wounds 3 days later. 46 years old, officer for 15 years, survived by his 3 children. This run is dedicated to his honor tonight. Zachariah, any final words in regards to Officer Woods?
Just bless his family, and if you're on the roads again, just if you see a police officer or you see sirens, just slow down, because their lives are really precious and they're really meaningful, because they sacrifice their lives every day. But thank you for sacrificing your lives, Mr. Woods, and thank you so much for what you were doing. Bye, guys.